What's the deal with these headlights? If you follow my channel, you might know that I like old things and that I drive, at least in the summer, a classic Volkswagen Beetle. And I like its headlights. And there's a joke in there that I'm trying very hard not to make. People often say that car design peaked in the 50s. In my opinion, it's the 60s and 70s. But regardless, if car design has gotten so much worse since then, if every car you look at looks like a aerodynamic shard of glass that's furious, why is the arguable peak back in the 50s when every headlight was government mandated to be the same? I don't know the answer, and I'm not going to answer it for you because this isn't a car channel. But what I do know is that I like thinking about stuff like this. I notice it, and then I take pictures of it at the local car show, and I make an animation out of it. So do I have any wisdom to add to this video? I don't know. I do know that from 1940 to 1975, the only lights allowed on a car, headlights, in the US were a 7-inch sealed beam headlight, which is what you just saw 200 of or whatever. But do I have any deeper thoughts about this? No. Maybe focusing on the similarities lets us appreciate the differences. Oh man, that's a Tony Robbins quote for you right there. That's great. Maybe I will put that on a blurry pastel-y background and it can be shared as a motivational quote across Instagram. I hope so. Doing these kind of stop motions are fun. Now, I'm trying to take my camera out more, and I had Friday the 13th. If you didn't see that video, I'll link it at the end of this one. I did a stop motion with motorcycles, and I was kind of on a roll, and there was a local car show, so I decided to do headlights. I don't know why, just because it's a funny feature that is common with over 90% of like the original cars at this car show. That's just me making up statistics. Just a fun excuse to go out with a camera to do some stop motion. It's pretty simple. It's all handheld. I don't want to be too heavy-handed in this car show, so I just had my camera. I used the focus square to line up each headlight so it was roughly the same size. And then in Premiere, I lined them all up and I made a shape, you know, just a simple shape right in the editing software that I could line and scale each image up so they're roughly the same size. And that's what gives it sort of a fun effect to sort of stare into the abyss of this headlight in the middle while the context changes around you. And then I finished it off because it's vintage cars. I'm using this plugin called Dehancer a little bit, adding a film emulation to it to just sort of tie it all together and make it look like a series of snapshots, old film snapshots. Hey, seems like it fits. And reading about modern car design, I hear about how aerodynamics and safety have painted car designers into a corner. That's the most common explanation I found across the internet, but I don't know. That doesn't explain to me why the Aztek and PT Cruiser exist. But regardless, you know, as much as people joke about the Aztek, they tried something and they tried to make it different and they tried to break a little bit of a mold. And that's what they were really pushing for in the 50s. I guarantee you, Pontiac Aztek will be, if it's not already, it will be a highly sought after vehicle in about 50 years. So, quick video. I'm just trying to get videos up every week for you. Some of them will be stinkers, this one probably. But I just wanted to show you what I'm working on. Take care. Peace be unto you. Amen.